the officials for tonight's game: referee Mark Harrington, assistant referees Ryan Starr and Louis Tran, and our fourth official Matthew Thompson. Now the starting lineup for the Midland Odessa Sockers. In goal, Nico Corti. Defender, Danny Medina. Michael Picabo. Johnny Clifford. And Isaac Sanchez. In the midfield, Cal Ruiz. Josh Taylor. Jesus Cortez. And Manuel Lira. And up top, Daniel Riley and Tucker Hume. Now the starting lineup for the Ocala Stampede. In goal, Lex Kranz. Sam Dunick. Ben Knight. Paco Craig. Garrettson Crane. Louis Hilton. Raimundo Marquez. Courage Charandu. Victor Jana Caramba. And Ricardo Diegues. Today's prayer will be led by Chris Smith. Please rise and remove any hats as we pray and observe the national anthem.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we're grateful today for the opportunity these players have to use the talent you've given them to play the game of soccer. I pray for the safety of both of these teams and that both teams will play the best of their abilities and in a way that glorifies you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Welcome to Arrow Field in Clinton, Mississippi. This is live streaming action of the USL Premier Development League Southern Conference Championship. I'm Will Nations with my partner John Goolsby here to guide you through Semifinal Friday. This is the first of two semifinals tested at Arrow Field as the four-time reigning Southeastern Division champions Ocala Stampede square off against the Midland Odessa Sockers out of Texas. Midland Odessa in all blue, red numbers, and white trim, attacking north to south, and the Ocala Stampede in white tops, maroon shorts, and white socks with maroon numerals on the white tops and white numerals on the maroon shorts, attacking south to north here at Arrow Field. If you haven't heard our starting 11s, we'll go through them again. The Ocala Stampede runs goalkeeper Lex Craggs out there with defenders Sam Dunick, Ben Knight, and Paco Craig. Midfielders Garrison Crane, Louis Hilton, Raimundo Marquez, Courage Charando, and Victor Pereira, along with forwards Caramba Jana and Ricardo Diegues. And for the Midland Odessa Sockers, it's goalkeeper Nico Corte, in between the pipes, Danny Medina, Johnny Clifford, Isaac Sanchez, Michael Cacavo in the back four, along with midfielders Cal Ruiz, Josh Taylor, Jesus Chewy Cortez, Manuel Lira, Daniel Riley, and Tucker Hume up top. We're underway as Midland takes it to Ocala in the opening minutes.
It's definitely a hot day out there. Do you have the exact temperature going on out there right now?
Yes, it's 95 degrees out there right now, John, and real feel is 114 as Midland will stand over a free kick. Great opportunity. Jesus Cortez to take the free kick for the Sockers. In swinger and cleared out. Out of bounds for a corner kick. Not a lot of movement in the box, but here we go in this in-swinging corner kick. And a shot deflects through the traffic, and it's cleared out by Ocala. Ocala, the team on form, unbeaten in their last 5 games, looks to get out of their own side of the field, but Midland is applying a good amount of pressure in the opening 2 minutes. Roll out for a Stampede goal kick, handled by Lex Craggs. Your match officials for today are referee Mark Harrington, assistant referees Ryan Starr and Louis Tran, and your 4th official Matthew Thompson for the first of 2 semifinals here at Arrow Field. First time that ball has crossed over in the Midland Odessa side of the pitch, and it'll be a Ocala free kick. They look to take it quick, and they cannot. Back underway. Knight. Paco Craig, his pass is intercepted as Midland brings on a counterattack with numbers down the left side of the field, crossed in and gathered up by Craggs.
Craggs getting some early action down there in the goal.
And he has done well with that early action. Looks to be tuned in. Long ball intercepted. Miscommunication with teammates. And Hume wins the ball. Midland with a cross. Clear it out. One might think that today it might be who can withstand the heat out there, and Midland Odessa pressing the issue right now. Will this be sustained throughout the first and second halves? Taylor makes a run into the box and is not found. Shot.
Deflected there just a little bit. That was going to be a pretty good shot coming his way.
Daniel Riley with that effort on goal here in the 4th minute. Ocala Stampede 8-3-3 this season and won their division for the 4th time last Saturday over FC Miami, who is also playing tonight against Mississippi Bria, the host of this weekend's Southern Conference Championship, who also is the winner of the Mid-South Division. This is Bria's first appearance since 2011 in the PDL playoffs. Out wide. Shot. By Jesus Cortez. He's been lively in these opening minutes. doing the honor of taking the corner for the Sockers is defender Isaac Sanchez. The left swinging corner kick will probably be an in-swinger. Midland Odessa timing its runs, and here comes the cross. Go out of bounds and untouched for the Ocala Stampede. Midland Odessa has had a hard run of form, and they're just hoping that the playoffs will be kind. The last 5 games was a loss, a win, a draw, and they're currently on a 2-game losing streak. Looking the better team to an Ocala team that is 5 games unbeaten. Danny Medina on the ball. Up to Manuel Lira. Falls into a trap, and it's Curtis Toronto winning the ball for Ocala. Then Knight swings the ball up, and it's won by a Midland Odessa defender. Throw in for the Stampede. Garrison Cron throws it in. Ruiz's pass is too heavy. Goes out of bounds for a throw-in. Ocala's Samuel Denick, the right back, take the throw-in. A lot of turnovers there in the middle third of the field. Looks like they're going to need to shore up that midfield. Ruiz on the ball. And again, it's a turnover for Ocala. Might not have mentioned, but Ocala is your defending Southern Conference champion to hold on to that title from last year. Curtis Toronto wins the ball back, and the ball will slide back to Lex Craggs, who has been very active in the opening minutes. It's still scoreless in the 8th, 0-0. Ball played up. And then we'll fall on it. Danny Medina looks to find Hume, who's the leading scorer for Midland Odessa. Garrison Cron take the throw in for Ocala in the white jerseys. Midland Odessa in blue.
Ocala's having a tough time out there just controlling the ball and getting good passes to their players there. Got to be a little worried if you're their coach right now about 8 to 10 minutes in here and still having a little bit of trouble with that in the midfield especially.
You got to go through the midfield and string those passes together, and as you said, John, it's looking to be difficult for them. Maybe a change in how they're going about it would be best, and they might have more midfielders in there, though a loose back 4 that has kind of flexed into 3 defenders. Paco Craig on the ball. Slides it over to Curtis Sharondo. Danny Medina on the ball, plays it up to his teammate, receives it back. Medina. Pass is intercepted. Looks to be a good opportunity for Ocala, and it's stopped by Midland. And Lira on the ball. And now Daniel Riley makes a good run down the right side. early cross, and it's fielded by Lex Craigs. Ruiz's possession is stolen away. Danny Medina again. Looks like they're found something good that is making them happy on the right side as they keep it on this side of the field, near side. That kind of pressure usually results in a foul. A quick start from Midland. Jesus Cortez on the ball. He's gotten a good amount of touches to start the game. "11 minutes into this one, still 0-0 between the Ocala Stampede and the Midland Odessa Sockers.
It's very interesting on Midland's part. It looks like they're running most of the balls through the same right side off from the defender, Medina. He's almost acting like a midfield player as traffic and moving the ball on the field.
Definitely, and you'd have to think, you show that a few times, and you would think Ocala would adjust to that, and that maybe that's what they're trying to do, is make them shift to their left, or what is Midland Odessa's right, to attempt maybe to get more done on the far side or the left side of the field. Ball won by Hume. Daniel Riley gives chase. That'll be dangerous play for Daniel Riley. Great job by Hume. Tucker Hume, number 32 for Midland Odessa, to get that ball into a position for his teammate, Daniel Riley, to make a play on it.
Yeah, that was definitely a dangerous ball there in the box.
Don't be so cute with it.
Hume on the ball after a deflection, gets
nice
him.
move.
Nice move for sure. Back out to Jesus Cortez. Makes a run at it. Great play there. Shot by Joshua Taylor. Cortez swings it in. Gathered up by Craggs. Definitely Midland Odessa's game so far.
It definitely looks that way, Will. I mean, it definitely looks like Ocala's had their hands full a little more than they expected, maybe.
Ball played into that corner. Danny Medina gave direction. Victor Perez gave chase to that. Throws it in to Ruiz, who loses possession. They battle for it. And Midland Odessa is the better off that battle there. Hume on the ball. Slides it to Cortez. Step over. One back. Ocala.
Where you at? Come on! Would you move?
And Garrison Cron is not able to gather that in before it rolls out of bounds. Manuel Lira takes the throw in. Danny Medina. Lira to Medina. Nice little combination play there for Midland. Have been really dangerous. Stay up to date with what is happening throughout the league at uslpdl.com. That website again is uslpdl.com. Craggs with the long boot upfield and won by Midland. Cortez to Riley. And Midland looks favorable to maintain possession. Cortez to Rees. Out to Danny Medina. Manuel Lira. Medina. The ball is lost on a hard tackle there as Victor Pereira is taken out from behind while he's trying to make that counterattack happen for the Stampede. Looks like Ocala has brought a good number of fans. They're underneath us here in the booth. Good support from their fans, looking to probably see a little better play from their team.
You know, down this side of the field, it looks like Danny's been out of position there, and they really almost capitalized on that one. They had a nice run at the ball, good 1-2 there, and now they've got a corner kick. So it looks like Nicholas Corte might be getting a little more exercise over there.
Become a fan on Facebook of the PDL. Visit facebook.com, and we'll finish that read as the ball is swung back in and cleared out. You can follow the PDL on Facebook. Visit facebook.com/USLPDL for exclusive league news and interactive content. Ball to the near side, and unable to control it is Victor Pereira.
Come on, guys.
And also follow at USLPDL on Twitter to become a PDL League Insider. Join club conversations, track notable alumni through their pro careers. That's on Twitter with the handle at USLPDL. Foul there by Ocala. Lira was winning the ball there for the Sockers. We're the number 2 seed out of the Mid-South Division. Mississippi Bria, who's in our second semifinal facing FC Miami, was 3 points better this regular season than the Midland Odessa Sockers. Craggs brings the ball in, and he'll get it started from the back. Courage Chirondo on the ball. Chirondo up to Hilton, who swings it into Sharamba. Looked to be dangerous there, and Midland Odessa mops it up.
It'll be interesting to watch Karumba here. It looks like they're starting to give him a little more respect with that speed. He's definitely got the ability to break through that back line if they give him a good ball.
That's true, and the Midland Odessa Soccer's back line has been difficult to crack, but as this game has gone forward, like you said, Medina has been out of position a few times here on the Ocala's left side, near side of the field, and it seems to be that Ocala, who took a lot of flack in the start of the game, has kind of broken it open on their side, has crossed in by Victor Pereira. May have been a shot here in the 24th minute. It's still 0-0 between Ocala and Midland Odessa here in the 24th minute in Clinton, Mississippi. First of 2 semifinals in the Southern Conference Championships of the Premier Development League. Nike is a proud sponsor of the PDL. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. Nice flick on there. Manuel Lira. But nobody to run onto it as Craggs gathers it in and somewhat directs his team to push up, widen out, and let's get this thing going. Let's get to attacking. Ball won by Michael Cacavo for Midland. He's done well as a center back. Hume on the ball. Hume with his big body shields and slides it out to Chewy Cortez. We'll find Riley making a run. There's one back by Ocala. Midland wins it. Joshua Taylor to Riley. with a shot with his right foot and nothing doing. Probably was an early cross there to number 32, Hume. Medina way up as the right back. Harrison Cron, Lewis Hilton on the ball.
Yeah, Medina seems to be playing about 20 yards up in front of the rest of the back line there, which in some places looks like it's being good on offense, but also catches him off guard a few times down this left side for Ocala.
Probably will be a topic of discussion maybe, and when you're attempting to break a 0-0 tie, it might be good, but also you don't want to be facing a 1-goal deficit by being out of position.
Sure.
You'll have to play it smart probably for the rest of the game. He has exerted a lot of energy in these first 26 minutes. Out to Chewy Cortez. Swings it over to Manuel Lira.
Yeah, and Manuel, he just had a pretty nice handball there, so looks like Ocala's going to have a free kick here about a quarter of the field up.
Don't think you can do that.
Especially not right in front of the lineman, the AR there.
Let's go, White!
Ocala's Paco Craig handles that free kick. Into Lewis Hilton, who has somewhat been that middle player of swinging the ball from each side of the field, and it's a long ball into Charamba, brings it down.
Great bring down. Did you see his speed there? I mean, that's incredible.
He is quick. Shot from Victor Perez and gathered up by Nicholas Corti. I agree. The speed that Karamba Janah has shown up top, absolutely spectacular. And it's been something worth noting.
Yeah, that you might see that back line give him another 5 yards or so.
And they might be hollering at Medina, hey, we need you back here.
For sure.
Taylor swings it over. Chewy Cortez on the ball. Shifty moves. Joshua Taylor back on and swings it out. Medina will gather it in, bring it to his teammate, Lira, who finds Hume. Hume on the ball. Good shot there. But in position is Lex Craggs, who's been, as you mentioned earlier, John, really tested in these opening minutes.
Sure. It's pretty exciting to see, like, such a huge target up there. You can see why Tucker Hume is probably much easier to spot and get the ball to up there in the top there.
Definitely, and he leads the team with 5 goals this season of their 24.
For such a big man, he's very agile on the ball and got a lot of power on those shots, even the few that we've seen so far.
You look at somebody like that and you think, he's there to just win the crosses, win headers in the box, but he's definitely shown that he's a guy that has good skills, isn't clumsy, isn't a Peter Crouch kind of player. He has the skills to do it. And Mark Harrington awards a free kick there. Some may not agree with that out in Texas, out in West Texas. But it is what it is. Close to 22 yards away from goal. Lewis Hilton looks to take the honors. Right-footed will be an in-swinger into the box. Big, tall Paco Craig makes his way in there as well. Ball
Nice
crossed
ball.
in.
Didn't look like Nicholas Corti had too much trouble with that. Came out there pretty quick and grabbed that right out there.
Like to see your goalkeeper take that initiative, come out unafraid to leave his line. Manuel Lira loses the ball. And Cran gets the ball up. Victor Perez. Lewis Hilton on the ball. Janah causing more trouble. Claims to have not touched it, but will roll out for a goal kick. PDL is on YouTube. And that's probably how you're live streaming this game. YouTube is the league's official online video home, offering live games and feature content. Subscribe for free to the PDL YouTube channel today.
Or become a fan of the
30th
PDL
minute,
on
we
Facebook.
were
Visit
told prior to kickoff that they would be taking a water break during this time. The clock will continue to run, and the
Follow
Mark Harrington is in charge
USLPDL on Twitter
of
to
running
become
this
a
game
PDL
and
media
watch his
insider.
clock and
Join
add
club conversation
whatever
and track
minutes
other alumni through their
to
pro
the
careers.
game and half is needed in
Nike is a
between
proud
these
sponsor of the PDL.
water breaks, as we
Follow
mentioned before.
at Nike
95
Soccer
degrees
on
out
Twitter
there,
for all the
kickoff,
latest Nike
114
soccer information.
real feel,
And YouTube is the
and
league's
probably
official
definitely
online video
these guys on the
offering
turf,
live
probably
games
10 or
and featured
15
content.
degrees hotter.
Subscribe for free to the
They're in need of a
PDL
break,
YouTube
and
channel
it's
today.
okay. We don't want anybody overheating.
For sure. It looks like Lex Craggs is definitely will need the little water bottle over there.
Yeah.
Since he's had quite a bit of action this first part of the game here. It looks like Ocala's doing a little bit better job getting a little bit of build up on their drives now.
It looks like Shane Roberts, their third-year head coach, is really getting after his team, telling them to possibly keep on pushing the issue against Midland. It's also kind of like a timeout. Usually you don't have timeouts per se in soccer, but this is kind of a timeout, regroup. Finished this first half strong. It's the 32nd minute, and it's 0-0 between Ocala, the defending Southern Conference champions, and the Midland Odessa Sockers, the number 2 seed on the Mid-South Division. There's other conferences in action today. The Eastern Conference in New York, New Jersey, between the Jersey Express and Charlotte Eagles meet up that first semifinal, the New York Red Bulls and the Portland Phoenix, or the second semifinal. That will be contested Saturday and Sunday. The Central Conference in Pontiac, Michigan, between the KW United FC out of Waterloo, Ontario, Canada, Des Moines Menace out of Iowa, the Thunder Bay Chill, and the Michigan Bucks, all hoping to get into a spot. Shuey Cortez gives chase, was unable to catch up with it as Craggs gets to it first. In the Western Conference, it's the Sounders FC U23 team and the Birmingham Dragons out of California, FC Tucson and Kitsap Pumas out of Washington. All teams are attempting to make the national semifinals next weekend, which I have the slightest idea where that will be contested, but it is next weekend, the Final Four national semifinals for the PDL and finals. Right now, though, the Midland Odessa Sockers and the Ocala Stampede in the first of 2 semifinals here, the second being Mississippi Bria against FC Miami champions, attempting to make the Southern Conference Championship final tomorrow at 7:30 at Arrow Field. Throw in for Ocala. Out to Paco Craig, who slides it to Courage Chirondo. Chirondo finds nothing and has to drop it off. To Craig. Slow development here, but Ocala will be happy to keep possession, but again in that middle third, Chewy Cortez comes up with the ball to Humes, cleared out by Paco Craig. And again, unable to get out of that back third. Joshua Taylor. Out to Isaac Sanchez, to Chewy Cortez. Sanchez on the ball. Great run and a long shot. Goes wide of the goal, wide right. And it's a goal kick for Lex Cragg and the Ocala Stampede. If you're Matt Barnes in his second season with the Sockers, he has to be satisfied with the way his team has competed in the first half and probably will encourage his team to continue that effort in the locker room.
They've definitely done a good job of continuing to contain that midfield and really be more aggressive and take control of that area. Ocala's had a difficult time through there.
And looks like Ocala is playing a 3-5-2, while Midland Odessa has been satisfied with their 4-4-2 alignment. And even though they're outnumbered there in the middle, they have definitely won the middle of the field. Hume on the ball, big body, shot, unable to get it off, wins it back off
Good
the
second
ground.
effort there.
Deflect, very close. Manuel Lira, great second effort for sure, John. It looked like a breakdance move there.
Yeah, he was on the ground and up in about 2 seconds there, and had a great shot there. Almost got it in on the deflection.
Chewy Cortez does the honor for Midland Odessa with the corner kick. Great ball. Hume battling and is whistled for what would be called, I guess, over the back in basketball, but this is soccer. Just kind of unfair advantage there, leaning over the defender.
I think Lex Craigs would be glad to take that call there.
Definitely.
You've got to like what you see out of Chewy, though. He's done a very good job of dominating his side over there.
Speed, too. You got two speedsters out there on two teams, and Chewy has shown his speed throughout. Hume wins the ball. Shot! And he forces a save out of Craggs, who knocks it over the bar. And you see why Humes has the 5 of 24 goals, leading scorer for Midland Odessa. Those kind of moves where you shield off your defender and get open space are what you're looking for in your target forward.
Looks like Chewy over there again with the service here. I've been impressed so far with his balls in.
A lot of traffic in front of Craggs, and he'll go out, wins the ball, Craggs does, and cleared out by Victor Perez, and won back by Michael Cacavo to Chewy Cortez. Shifty move into Joshua Taylor with a long shot. Good 30-yard strike, low drive, and Craggs is the better of it. Mississippi Bria extends a big thanks to those individuals and business sponsors who have helped make the Southern Conference Championships a reality this weekend. C-Spire, James Stringer, Phil Buffington, Chris Smith, Renaissance Banks, The Dental Place, Mark Jones, Edwin Price, Gene Prather, Bruce and Susan Bryant, Chick-fil-A, and Parks Family Dentistry. It's a free kick for Midland Odessa. Cal Ruiz stands over the ball as his teammates push up into the 18-yard box. And Hume, that big target up top, wins a corner kick. And I'm thinking, if you're Ocala, you got to survive this next onslaught. Midland continues to press. They've pressed since kickoff, and Ocala is hoping for halftime. The Sockers, though, hoping to break this 0-0 tie in the 39th minute. Far post to Hume, who brings it back in, cleared out by Victor Perez. Medina on the ball, loses it, and counterattack is on for Ocala Stampede. They're stampeding up the field. Victor Perez on the ball, corner. Easy for Nicholas Corti. Daniel Riley on the ball. Joshua Taylor looks to get the ball, but he's waved off by his teammate. He'll get it eventually. Michael Cacavo out to Danny Medina. Great speed there from Cal Ruiz. Manuel Lira loses the ball, and it's Ocala Stampede's throw-in. Nice combination play up there. Good development into the attack for Midland Odessa. Garrison Cron to take the throw-in for Ocala. Lyra to Riley. Nice tackle by Paco Craig.
They've got Karamba over here on the left side.
And they find him. Karamba Janah attempt a slot. Ricardo Deguez into the ball. Unfortunately finds a Midland Odessa player. Have not said his name a lot. Isaac Sanchez got this attack started into Hume. Tries to find Chewy Cortez, and it's cleared out by Ocala. Sanchez, the captain for Midland Odessa, back on the ball. And nothing much doing there as Ben Knight allows that to roll out of bounds for a goal kick.
Yeah, it's interesting. They've moved Karamba from the high position and moved him a little bit more secondary. I'm not sure that may have been the best move there. With his speed, it looks like he is definitely a threat on the offensive end, being a little bit higher.
And it might be a case where they're trying to get a flick on to him, maybe get him running a little earlier. And it looks like, again, Ocala has something going on here, as Victor Perez has done a great job of causing a lot of havoc for Medina, who has constantly pushed up into the attack.
Yeah, he's definitely taken advantage of Medina playing so high. He's been involved on almost all their attacks thus far.
Lewis Hilton slides it in. And there's Karamba Janah winning a corner kick for Ocala. And Perez goes out to take that corner kick for Ocala. The 42nd minute, heading to the 43rd minute, and still remains 0-0 between the Ocala Stampede and the Odessa Sounders. Victor Perez swings it in. Cleared out by Midland Odessa. Raymundo Marquez swings it in. Early cross. Could be dangerous. Cleared out, but not enough.
Got him offline.
Ball played back in, flicked on
Paco move.
by Deguez. Ball was played in by Victor Perez. But nothing doing again. A lot of chances in each team's respective final third. Just that final touch or that final pass or even a final shot has been unsuccessful so far, John. I just wonder if either team will be able to find that pass or find that before halftime or even in the next 45.
Sure. I mean, it looks like I really like what I'm seeing out Chewy on the Midland side for sure. Looks like he's going to be one of the developers probably for whatever type of attack they do down there. So it'll be interesting to see what they do between now and halftime.
And then, as you mentioned before, you wonder how Ocala utilizes Karamba Janah up top with that speed. And also, you have to tip your hat to Victor Perez, who has done an excellent job on this left side, near side to us.
And they've definitely, I bet 80% of the balls, maybe a little bit even higher, have been on that left side there for Ocala.
Getting cute with it and pass it.
Midland Odessa gets a throw in, or correction, a free kick. Bria would like to thank our sponsors who help make minor league soccer in Mississippi possible: Morgan White Group, Clinton Soccer Association, Chick-fil-A, Safe Flight, Fusion Coffee House, Prima Design Studio, Parks Family Dentistry, the Clinton Courier, Bank Course South, the City of Clinton, the Dental Place, Baptist Sports Care and Physical Therapy, Ergon, Polk Dental Center, Merit Health, Jackson Pulmonary Associates, Renaissance Bank, Soccer Shots, Trustmark Bank, Adams and Reese, McScagney Wealth Management, Hallmoat, Ferrara Construction, Affordable Lending Group, and State Farm agent Dim Bruss. Shot from Hume, and Craggs gathers it in. He might look at his teammates and say, "Hey guys, I'm doing a lot out here." and it's hot, and I'm wearing long sleeves. Let's pick it up. Let's put a little bit more pressure on those two forwards that Midland Odessa has thrown at us, Riley and Hume. First 45 minutes soon to be up, going into stoppage time as Ocala gets an opportunity with a free kick about 40 yards out. Lewis Hilton stands over it. He's going to allow number 4, the big tall Paco Craig, to get into the mix. A few cowbells ringing from the Ocala Stampede faithful. Ball swerved in dangerous play, whistled by Mark Harrington. Not where Mark Harrington wanted that free kick to be played, and whistles it dead, whistles the play dead. You have to be happy, though, if you're Midland Odessa, tied 0-0 with the defending Southern Conference champions. And after the run of form they've had, to be at this juncture before halftime is probably where you want to be. Riley gives chase. And Paco Craig has done excellent at mopping things up. Karamba Janah wins the ball. Victor Perez on Diguez. Whistle for handball on Midland Odessa's and it's Ocala's Perez who stands over the ball.
Caramba is not happy about something down there.
Paco Craig, header off the post. And Midland Odessa almost gave up an opportunity there right before the halftime whistle. Almost gave up the first goal of the half. And as we head to the intermission, it's the Ocala Stampede, your Southern Conference defending champion, 0, and the Midland Odessa Sockers out of Texas, 0. We'll be back with the second half in 15 minutes. Look forward to it. And the Midland Odessa Sockers in all blue, red numerals, defending the south and attacking to the north or right to left on your screen. And we're underway in the next 45 minutes. Paco Craig up and loses the ball, but back into Ocala's possession, lost again. John, what did you think of the first half of action as Medina takes this throw in for Midland Odessa?
Well, I think definitely Midland's Medina, he was playing a very interesting position. He's listed as a defender, but he's been playing very, very high, almost in a midfield position, but controlling a lot of the play for Midland. And I've also been really impressed with their just overall offense. Their attacks have been really well organized. Chewy, I thought, did some great moves, great passes. Definitely did a good job finding Tucker Hume on multiple occasions. Ocala was a little bit shaky at the beginning and started towards the end of the first half. Almost got a goal there, so they're definitely turning around as well.
I would say that Ocala has boosted their confidence a little bit more as they've been on the front foot for the first few minutes, and there's a shot off the crossbar, headed back in on the rebound. That was Ricardo Deguez.
That was quite a strike.
Shot. Nicholas Corti, who had very little action in front of him besides that late header in the first half, kind of watched that ball flash in front of him and thought, ooh, they're down 1-0, but luckily the top crossbar is kind to him, and we're remaining tied 0-0 in the 47th minute.
Yeah, he definitely didn't have a play on that ball at all. I don't even think he saw it go over his head.
Lewis Hilton looks to play it quick, and Daniel Riley prevents that. Ben Knight stands over the ball, the center back for Ocala. Medina heads it out. Mark Harrington blows his whistle for a foul. Good professional foul there, allows Ocala to get back into its position, its alignment.
Ocala already looks like they're putting a lot more pressure. Defensive line putting a few more players up high, positioning their players on the field a little bit more offensively than they did starting the first half for sure.
Medina with the throw in. Daniel Riley wins the ball, remains on it after a little collision there. Mark Harrington waves off any prize for a foul. He'll blow his whistle on that. That was a rough tackle on Manuel Lira, who remains down right now, clutching his left quad. Free kick about 42 yards out. Closer to the 18-yard box. As Isaac Sanchez, the Midland Odessa captain, stands over it. Looks to use his left foot. Outnumbered, 4 Midland Odessa soccer stand in the 18-yard box, outnumbered by a good number of Ocala Stampede players, and he'll easily go to Lex Craggs, who had a busy first half, but kept it 0-0 through it all. Medina wins the header, but won back by Ocala. Lewis Hilton, kind of an unsung hero there in the midfield, has really allowed for Ocala to maintain possession as Samuel Denick plays the ball, and it's won by Manuel Lira in the midfield, and Mark Harrington says it went off of the Ocala Stampede players' right foot, and Shuey Cortez will take the throw in. Somebody you mentioned, John, to be a big-time player in the first half, and I'll echo that. He has definitely been the orchestrator of a lot of movement. Looks like Ocala makes a substitution, I believe, as William Roberts enters the game
Coming into the game,
for
number
Raimundo
20, Will
Marquez,
Roberts.
who had a very
Leaving the
quiet
game,
first
number
half. Did not
22,
hear much
Raimundo Marquez.
about Raimundo Marquez. But it's number 20, William Roberts, taking on that near out winger. He is moving as he enters the game. That's what you want to see out of a substitute. Comes onto the field and immediately makes an impact. Isaac Sanchez throws it in. And the Ocala Stampede will have the ball as Daniel DeNick throws it in. Medina wins it for Midland, Odessa. And will carry it a good ways up the field for the Sockers. It's only the second playoff appearance for the Sockers. Last appearance was in, I believe, 09, which was also their team's best finish. Second place in the Mid-South Division. Chewy looking to create something off the wing. Joshua Taylor on the ball. Back to Taylor. Swings it out to the right back, Medina. Finds Manuel Lira. Great shield. He finds Tucker Hume. Hume fighting for the ball. Shuey Cortez on the ball. And nothing doing there. Great job by Kurt Sharondo, who's actually listed as number 15 on the roster, wearing number 21 today. Throw in for Ocala as Samuel DeNick takes it into Ben Knight, the center back for Ocala. The difference between these two teams is also their form, as Ocala is on a 5-game unbeaten streak and Midland Odessa has lost 2 straight games, but also in the way they create their movements up front. Ocala happy to maintain possession and slowly build it up the field, while the Midland Odessa Sockers have definitely been the quicker team. You mentioned to me, John, that you thought that Midland Odessa had the better counterattacks, a lot more speed and pace to it.
Just a lot more consistency with them. Every time they're getting a counter, it's pretty well organized between Riley and Chewy and Hume up there. Really well organized. Where Ocala is more relying on speed and kind of a shorter ball going through.
Bruce Hilton swings it in. And Paco Craig, among others, for Ocala, attempted to get that, but great job by the Midland Odessa Sockers to clear it out. Looks to be Victor Perez, who was very active in the final minutes of the first half, throwing it in. Janah gets it out. Early cross in. Substitution coming in for Midland Odessa, entering the game, I believe, number 16. Look his name up real quick. I do not have him on my roster sheet, but I'm sure he is listed. 16 is
Substitution for the Sockers.
Alberto
Coming into the game, number
Garcia,
16,
entering the
Alberto
game for number
Garcia.
14,
Leaving the
Manuel
game,
Lira.
Number 14, Manuel Lira.
Chance there created by Chewy Cortez.
Seems like we're just saying Chewy's name about every 30 seconds here. He seems to be involved in every legitimate strike on the goal over here.
He's shown a lot of pace, and you want your winger to show that pace. And not only has he crossed the ball in well, he's also found ways to interact with his center forwards and has created a lot of opportunities. Maybe he'll be rewarded with a goal. 0-0 here in the 56th minute as this cross comes in. Shot by Cal Ruiz, and it's a counterattack building. Janah wins the ball. Cortez tracks back and ends any chance of a counterattack, but it's going to be thrown in quickly by Janah. Lewis Hilton on the ball. Hilton looks to create something. Shot with his right foot. Rebound shot hits the side netting outside.
Well, I'll tell you what, Nicholas Corti is not getting quite the same half he had the first half. He's getting a lot more action down there and some pretty legitimate shots coming his way.
That was Victor Corti, who had the shot that rebounded off of Lex Craigs, who has done an excellent job of keeping his team in the game, while Midland Odessa has a lot of chances on goal. They've not been able to pass Craigs. He did a great job saving that shot from the Sockers, the Ocala Stampede. Paco Craig on the ball, beats one, beats two. Looks to find the substitute, William Roberts, who has inserted himself into this game immediately after being subbed in before the 50th or so minute.
And you can really tell, Will, that he's got some fresh legs out there. It's making a big difference on that right side.
Craggs will do the honor for Ocala to take this goal kick, plays it long. Paco Craig, who has been playing very well in the back, wins the header and takes it back up. Janah crossed in. DeGez has nothing to do with it. Very good pace there from the substitute for Midland Odessa, Alberto Garcia.
You can tell it's definitely opening up a little bit out there. The midfield seemed to be less of an issue for both teams right now, more relying on the defensive end.
Chewy Cortez on the ball with a pass from Joshua Taylor. Cortez looks to create something. Midland Odessa captain Isaac Sanchez on the ball. Looks to play it long into Riley. Hume battles for it, loses it. But back into Midland Odessa Soccer's player, Cal Ruiz. Medina. It's Garcia. Garcia. Shot goes wide. He created that opportunity on his own as it deflected off of Paco Craig's foot, or possibly Tucker Hume, Midland Odessa's leading goal scorer. A lot of activity to our right as Ocala sends the majority of its bench out to warm up, probably looking to get fresh legs as we enter the 60th minute. Still tied 0-0 between the Midland Odessa Sockers and the Ocala Stampede.
You can see the substitutions have really made a difference with Roberts and Garcia both getting into the game quickly and getting a lot of activity going. So maybe they're taking a cue from that to get the benches up and warming up, get some more fresh legs out there.
That's where the money is made for these coaches. Who do you insert into the game to impact it? The U.S. women's coach, Jill Ellis, said that her substitutes weren't substitute but game changers. That's offsides on Ocala. Great run by Samuel Denick to cause a little havoc there. Nothing doing for the Stampede. William Roberts has been a game changer, and also Alberto Garcia has been a very big game changer. Played up by Corti. Hume wins the ball. Riley flails to the ground.
You almost think that he would have gotten that call. It looked like it was right in front of the ref and might get called, but it didn't look like he was getting it from the head official out there.
Mark Harrington looks to be talking to Karamba Janah. You mentioned in the first half that Janah was about maybe receiving a free kick, but now his verbal have been directed towards Mark Harrington now, and Harrington tells him, hey, I'm in charge. I'm going to call it like I see it. You're not here to tell me what to do. Entering the game now for Midland Odessa, number 21, Nate Coons. It's a substitution, their second of the second half. Humes created something, and Lex Craggs out
Substitution. The Sockers coming into the game.
to
Number
field
12,
that.
Johnny Denton. Leaving the game, number 5.
It was Johnny 5 who exited the game for Midland Odessa as Nate Coons entered. Hume to Chewy Cortez in space. Cortez still on the ball, loses it. And it's Isaac Sanchez running to it, and won by Ocala's Ben Knight. A timely tackle there to win the ball. William Roberts to Janah, who loses it. Alberto Garcia on the ball. The first substitute for the Sockers. Played to Humes, who finds open space. Well struck, but does not find the target.
Tell you what, Garcia looks like he's on double speed of everybody else out there when he's getting the ball. So I really am anticipating to see some more substitutions here in the next few minutes of play.
Stay up to date with what is happening throughout the league at uslpdl.com. Nike is a proud sponsor of the PDL. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. That Twitter handle again is at Nike Soccer. Chewy Cortez down the near side. Slows it down. Finds his teammate, Joshua Taylor. Cortez swings it in. And it's cleared out. Karamba Janah loses the ball as Medina. Garcia whipped that one in there. Riley to Chewy Cortez. And the substitute, Alberto Garcia, had a chance at that of the 18-yard box and nothing do it. Again, Midland Odessa looks the better side right now as Ocala somewhat looks tired, though I would think both teams are feeling this heat, the heat index well over 100. Isaac Sanchez and Roberts battle for that ball. Roberts unable to keep it in. Correction, that was Ricardo Deguez, who very unsportsmanlike there to clear the ball into the stands here at Arrow Field, and Isaac Sanchez gathers it back up for the Midland Odessa Sockers, and he'll throw it in.
How far are you gonna let him go, ref?
Chewy Cortez loses the ball. Plays it to Victor Perales and loses it. Cal Ruiz's ball goes too long. And Ocala will push up. Look to play it in.
Harrison, where are you going?
Joshua Taylor to Sanchez. Back to Taylor.
Midland's definitely moving the ball much more reliably up the field. Ocala's taking a lot longer passes and seem not to be paying off for them thus far.
I think they're getting frustrated right now by the way they've built the play up, and I think that's why they've gone to the longer ball. Garcia with the cross. Medina out to Garcia. Great 1-2. Garcia crosses. It hits the side netting.
I'm not sure what happened with the keeper there. He's down on the ground. I don't know if he ran into another player.
Had a hard sliding effort to deflect that. And a substitute for Midland, their third of this half, looks to be Charlie Dennis entering the game for Midland Odessa.
Albert Garcia definitely looks like he's a dangerous threat out there. I mean, he has really just picked up the pace of the offense there.
Here comes the corner kick. And Rex Craggs comes out and gathers it.
Recent substitution.
He looks to get
Coming into
Victor
the game, number
Perez
8,
out
Charlie
there.
Dennis. Leaving the game, number
Janah
23, Daniel Wright.
Karamba Janah runs onto it. 1-on-4. Swings it and switches the field to William Roberts. Perez out to Janah. Janah with the early cross. And wins Ocala a throw-in.
From watching Ocala, it definitely looks like they're rushing their play for sure. I would have liked to see Karamba maybe done a little more with that 1v1 over there on that side instead of just doing a quick, almost getting rid of the ball quicker than he possibly should be.
Andy Garcia enters the game for Ocala. Cleared out by Midland.
Pull your pocket out, ref. Pull the card out of your pocket.
Paco Garcia. Paco Craig did a great job in Harrington not allowing that quick play to a. And Janah and Paco Craig trying to figure it out. You can tell Ocala's a little frustrated by the way they have played. Lewis Hilton stands over the ball. "39 yards out from the goal. He shot it on goal, gathered by Corti. To Chewy. Sanchez makes a run over. Overlapping run. Crosses it in. Garcia shot. It'll be a goal kick. Again, Midland Odessa threatening the Ocala Stampede. And as we enter the 71st minute, it's Ocala 0 and the Midland Odessa Soccer 0. Midland would probably like to see themselves actually break through and get a goal, reward themselves for such a great effort so far. Roberts, unfortunately, unable to get anything started.
Well, Midland definitely seems to be the more composed team out there right now. It looks like Ocala is definitely getting a little rushed for sure, and maybe moving the ball a little more quickly than they need to, even at some points.
Michael slides it into Garcia, who has switched to the near side. Looks like they have put Chewy over there on the right, far side. Garcia back into Taylor. Slides it to Medina into space. Medina on the ball. To Chewy, Cortez, Taylor. Sanchez calling for it, and he'll receive it from Taylor. Hume. Go Craig. Sanchez to Garcia. Garcia shot. And Lex Craggs almost gave up a corner kick there trying to gather it. You can become a fan of the PDL on Facebook. Visit facebook.com/USLPDL for exclusive league news and interactive content. That's facebook.com/USLPDL. Janah gathers the ball as Ocala looks to get something started. And Victor Perez through ball was not ran onto, and he looked at Deguez and said, why were you standing there watching?
Well, one thing's for sure, Albert Garcia is not scared to pull the trigger on a shot. He's had probably 6 or 7 shots in the short time he's been on the field. So I'm anxious to see what he's going to do in the game here.
William Roberts, who was the substitute for Ocala earlier in the half, is on the ball, and he plays it in to Curtis Chirondo. Out to Samuel Denick, who remains on the ball. Lewis Hilton on the ball. Lewis Hilton to Paco Craig. Craig to Curtis Chirondo. Lewis Hilton on the ball. To Denick. Hilton. Long ball, easily gathered by Midland Odessa's Corti. Final 15 minutes upcoming, getting closer and closer. And you'd think that somebody's going to have to press the issue. Could be a fluke goal, could be a masterpiece of offense. Just depends on what team's going to cause it to happen. I would right now say that Midland Odessa looks to be the one to have the best opportunity to cause a goal, break this 0-0 tie. Ocala, though, has a little bit more to play for, defending Southern Conference champions. A little physical out there, and Michael Cacavo asking what was the call as Karamba Janah was able to gain the free kick.
Ocala's been a lot more dangerous on their free kicks here, so it'll be interesting to see what they do on this kick here.
They've sent Paco Craig up, who's the tall 2 defenders back there. Paco Craig gets on the end of it, and he presses it wide with his header, and that's why you bring your defenders up there. Paco Craig, Ben Knight, we're up there, and we'll head to a water break again. As we mentioned in the first half, a water break has been called by Mark Harrington. Time will continue to run, but Mark Harrington will keep an eye, along with his 4th official, will keep an eye on how long this water break, and he'll add that time on into stoppage or injury time at the end of this half. Excellent opportunity there for Paco Craig to get on the end of that. Unfortunately, he presses it wide. In the 76th minute is Ocala Stampede 0 and the Midland Odessa Sockers 0. How would you have gauged Ocala's play so far in the second half?
Well, they looked a little bit more lively than the first half, especially the substitutions they've made. Seem to be getting some fresh legs on there. You know, the only thing that's really been hurting them is the goalpost. You know, they've had limited shots, but the ones they have had have been on frame, just not able to get them in there. That last header was a good example, though, of a good free kick strategy there.
Mississippi Bria would like to extend a big thanks to those individuals and sponsors who have helped make the Southern Conference Championships a reality this weekend. C Spire, James Stringer, Philip Buffington, Chris Smith, Renaissance Bank, The Dental Place, Mark Jones, Edwin Price, Gene Prather, Bruce and Susan Bryant, Chick-fil-A, and Parks Family Dentistry. We appreciate your help with making the Southern Conference Championships a reality.
Will, do you know what the if they go into if they tied after 90, what is the protocol for that? Do you know?
I believe it will be 2 15-minute halves and followed by penalty kicks if we're still 0-0 as we are right now. And if you're these two teams, you would hope this game does not head to overtime as you have to play tomorrow at 7:30. This is kind of the, guess you could say, the unfair time slot, 5 o'clock, late evening as the sun beats down on you a little harder. You would think Mississippi Bria and FC Miami City champions have the easier time slot, 7:30, 8 o'clock when the second semifinal of the Southern Conference Championship kicks off. But we could be seeing 2 15-minute overtime periods and also a penalty kick shootout, but right now it looks like we're headed that way. Ocala Stampede making a substitution. In for DeGez is number 18, Tevin Gabe. And looks like the fresh legs are moving quick. Be a goal kick for Midland Odessa.
Come on, Tevin.
Substitution for the Stampede.
Corti to take the goal kick.
Number 18, Tevin Gage. Leading the game, number 9, Ricardo Diegues.
Janah past the keeper, and Mark Harrington has awarded the penalty kick. Karamba Janah with a great job of getting in behind the Midland Odessa Soccer's back line and winning a penalty kick. A clear goal scoring opportunity was denied by Nicholas Corti, who unfortunately for Midland missed Janah's dribble, and looks like Lewis Hilton has grabbed the ball and will have all of this pressure on his shoulders. Currently in the 80th minute now, heading into the 80th minute, and Lewis Hilton stands over it as Nicholas Corti hopes to guess the right direction. Mark Harrington on the whistle. And it's the Ocala Stampede taking a 1-0 lead over Midland Odessa. Lewis Hilton puts it in the back of the net. Taking penalty kick.
That was a very nice penalty kick. You know, if you're Midland now, you've got to think we've got to be pressing here because, I mean, they have been pressing pretty hard this game, but, you know, I hate to have penalty kick decide the game, but it looks like that may very well be what did. But Midland still got a few minutes here. Let's see what they can do.
That was Lewis Hilton's 5th goal of the season. Has 3 assists. And that's somebody who can do it. Chewy Cortez plays the ball in. Corner kick one for Midland Odessa. Great job by Dennis to get after the ball, get running.
Keep it up now!
1-0. Ocala Stampede, the defending Southern Conference champions. Isaac Sanchez will take the corner kick. Midland pushing as many guys into that box as possible. Many big bodies. Comes out. Garcia rips it, but it's well over the goal. Nothing doing there in the 81st minute. Stan's filling in very well in spite of the heat, John.
Oh, yeah, it looks like a great crowd going to be out here, especially for this second game. Had a pretty good crowd, trickle in at the very beginning of the first and on into halftime. But it looks like we're going to have a really nice crowd out here for the end of this game and the second game coming up.
Midland Odessa brings in Pat Kelly. As a substitute.
Come on, T, use your head.
You've got to think Midland's got about 10 minutes here really to get something going and get on the board to press into overtime.
Medina cleared out by Paco Craig of Ocala.
Get there.
Nate Coombs on the ball, loses it, and Will presses it up.
Come on, Will, put this thing away.
And great recovery from Coombs, who lost that ball. Make a mistake, make up for it. Don't sit and pout, and that's what he did. He got back and he helped his team out there. Chewy Cortez on the ball, looks to play it quick to Taylor. Swings it over to Alberto Garcia. But a great job by Samuel DeNick to get up and win that 50-50 ball. He's the captain of the team, and he's leading by example. Another substitution for Midland. Number 12, Johnny Denton, comes into the game.
That's it.
Another substitution.
Forty heads it to himself and picks it up.
Johnny Denton leaving the game.
Slides it to Nate Coombs. Coombs out to Medina.
Medina's been a little quiet this second half, not near as much action as we saw him with in the first.
He's been hesitant to get out of position. He was in,
Give him a yellow
as we
card.
mentioned, he
Thank
seemed to
you.
be 20 yards up. It looks as if we have a little more action. There is a yellow card is brandished to Charlie Dennis, the substitute, as Paco Craig is on the ground, helped up by his teammate.
You got a hard head. Let's go.
Caution shown to the Sockers, number 8, Charlie Denton.
Hang in there,
Cannot
Buck.
let your frustrations get to you at this point in time. Do not want your team playing down a man, especially when you're down 1-0.
Come on, T, win it. Win it, T.
Lewis Hilton, the goal scorer, on the ball, loses it, and a good professional foul there. Allows his team to get back. That was something he didn't want to lose that ball there, because Midland Odessa had the front foot and was heading towards goal.
For Midland also, Tucker Hume's been pretty much not been in any of the action in the second half.
The leading goal scorer, been real quiet, maybe one shot on goal or one shot this half, and when your leading goal scorer has been quiet, it's not where you want to be.
That's for sure.
And you would think pride would start coming into perspective here for Midland Odessa, who has not won in 3 attempts. Last win was back July 10th. They've drawn, and then they've lost 2 to end the regular season. And you'd think they wouldn't want to end their season on a 3-game losing streak. But Ocala, winning that penalty by Karamba Janah and then put away by Lewis Hilton, has the advantage at 1-0. Janah on the ball with a shot. Well placed. Gage recovers, gets the ball, swings it back into Roberts.
That's all right, go after him.
And a great opportunity there created by Karamba Janah.
Keep it up.
Put the ball on frame, saved by Corti,
Pressure.
chased down by Gage, who swings it back to Roberts, the substitute, and he put it back on frame.
And Danny Medina was just glad to head that ball out for a corner to get out of that attack there.
Roberts checks in for the short pass. Ocala definitely okay to have the ball in their possession and taking their time. Another corner kick after Lewis Hilton's shot is deflected. Perez and Roberts over the ball, and Roberts will go into a stall. Swung in, and it's dangerous! Off the crossbar. Mark Harrington says it's a goal kick. Perez with a great shot, caught Corti offline, and almost had a second there had not the crossbar been that high, or that low, really. Corti with the goal kick for Midland as they press up and hope to find that equalizer.
That was quite an incredible shot there off the corner.
Defense. This way.
Another substitute coming in, Ocala's. The number 23, Bafu Sanago. Enters the game for Karamba Janah. Janah created that scoring opportunity back in the 80th minute, which has his team leading the Midland Odessa Sockers 1-0. Ocala Stampede 1, and the Midland Odessa Sockers 0 as we enter the 80th minute. Isaac Sanchez wins the ball, brings it up for Midland. Long ball in there, and Paco Craig is able to head it back out. Isaac Sanchez wins it back. And again, that long ball as Humes flicks it on.
That's it, Sam.
Looks as Midland Odessa brings on another substitute.
Defense. Come on, nothing easy. Let's go, Buckle!
Cameron Crow, a midfielder, comes in for Chewy Cortez, and I'm somewhat scratching my head on that. Chewy Cortez must have ran out of gas as Humes throws the ball in. Cortez had created a lot of opportunities. Dangerous. They'll have to clear it, and Ocala does just that as the danger of a long throw-in wreaked havoc inside the 18-yard box. Humes again will throw it in. At least 8 Midland Odessa Sockers in the 18-yard box. Good throw in. Shot is over the crossbar. Nothing doing. That was Charlie Dennis on the volley that sailed way over the goal.
What about that throw in from Hume? I mean, that was quite an impressive feat there.
Don't let it down.
You got to do anything to get a chance on goal, and if that means the long throw in, you got to do it. And a great throw by Humes to create the opportunity. Lewis Hilton up to Roberts, cleared out by Nate Coons. Battle there for the 50-50 ball.
That's it, Sam.
Medina brings it down. Paco Craig clears. Coons. Just seems as both teams are just worn out, relying on the long ball to create the opportunities. Corti out to clear it. Allows it to roll out for a goal kick. He'll try and take this as quickly as possible as we get nearer to the end of regulations, 15 seconds away from it. Ocala Stampede 1, Midland Odessa 0. They'll be pressing the issue in stoppage time. Garcia to Dennis. Dennis battles with Craig, and Craig clears it, winning the battle. Perez knocks it out of bounds. And as you mentioned, John, it looks like Hume will again have the long throw in as the majority of his team presses into the box, hoping to cause a little traffic, maybe get a deflection into goal.
You've got to think there's not too many more chances left in the game.
And there's one.
Oh.
A great opportunity there. Last effort there. Great push there. Second win from Midland Odessa's Jonathan Denton, I believe. Isaac Sanchez brings it down. He's got to press the issue here. He cannot sit back. Long ball in. Humes wins it, flicks it on. Alberto Garcia on the ball with the shot off the crossbar. And it'll be an Ocala Stampede throw-in, a goal kick correction, as they lead 1-0.
That's quite a shot there, too, for Albert Garcia.
Midland Odessa might not hang their head. They fought very hard for this game, and Ocala, fortune of a penalty was well earned by Karamba Janah. Perez continues the issue, and it's a free kick. Medina fouled Perez. Helps him up. Good sportsmanship there. And Ocala in no rush to take this free kick, leading 1-0 over the Midland Odessa Sockers. Ocala, the defending Southern Conference champion and four-time reigning Southeastern Division champs, continue to show why they are the team to beat. They just don't know how to lose. They did not play their best game today, but I think they're going to walk away satisfied and walk into Saturday's championship game unless Midland Odessa has something else to say here in the final seconds. Cleared up. Mark Harrington not looking to, looks at his watch. Will not be the final whistle, but he has checked his watch and looks as if a final whistle will be upcoming. Medina with the throw in. Into Taylor. Trey Collins pressed the issue there. Sanchez looks to get it up. He doesn't have time to do that to Medina. It seems like Mark Harrington will allow for one last opportunity. Paco Craig clears it out with his head. Cleared out by Samuel Danique for a throw-in. Just wonder when this final whistle will come, John.
Seems like it's. I keep looking for the whistle to go up to his mouth there. I mean, it seems like it should be any time now.
It wasn't too many stoppages in regulation to
Not at
warrant
all.
4 or 5 minutes. Throw in for Ocala. The Ocala fans below us to our left here in the booth are ringing cowbells. Something a familiar sound for some Mississippians.
Sure, especially for the same colors too, maroon and white out here.
Run back by Trey Collins. He'll take it down towards the corner. That's a foul from Nate Coombs. Mark Harrington blowing the whistle.
You've got to think after this kick, there's got to be a whistle that should be blowing here.
I'm wondering it myself as well. Just when will this final whistle be? And they're going to take it into the corner. The international stall tactic for any soccer team. And there is your final whistle. The Ocala Stampede will defend their title tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. against the winner of our second semifinal in the Southern Conference Championship between the Mississippi Bria, the Mid-South Division champions, and FC Miami City champions. That game upcoming. Hope you join us for it. Again, it's the Ocala Stampede 1 and the Midland Odessa Sockers 0. I'm Will Nations for John Goolsby. Thanks for joining us.